Good morning, everybody. Wednesday, June 16, here in Santa Fe. 8 o'clock in the morning. I just heard the church bells. I'm right across the road from the cathedral. They have a clock, and it rings every quarter of an hour. So what to think about today is this business of emptiness. I mean, if you've read any Buddhist books, and if you're a Buddhist, you're going to hear the word emptiness. And then we get confused, and we do not know what it means. But the best way to see it is in relation to, that's like said to be the final way that things exist, but it's in reference to how things exist conventionally, and that makes it more down to earth for us. Someone asked His Holiness the Dalai Lama one time, how do I put it into daily life? He said, look at things from another point of view. This seems almost too simple, doesn't it? But this is literally the thing, because when we have this powerful ego grasping, this kind of ridiculous, deeply ingrained misconception of a solid, concrete, separate me, which gives rise to intense attachment to get what me wants, which gives rise to the panic attacks of aversion and all the other dramas, all of that set up on the basis of this fantasy nonsense of a concrete self as concrete self. We mightn't realize that, but the consequence of this is our minds are very stubborn and fixed, and we see things in a very concrete way. So seeing something from another point of view means think, maybe I can see it, maybe I can look at this differently. And why would you do this? Because things are not set in stone. This is the key point, the meaning of emptiness. Things are not set in stone, but our minds are like tunnel vision. And this is why we suffer, the Buddha says. So I always use the example of my friend Sunny in prison, 17 years living in hell because she and her husband were accused back in the 70s, these hippies, accused of killing 2 policemen. They were completely innocent. She had this nightmare of experiences for those 17 years. She said, but at one point I realized, she's not a Buddhist, she did yoga and things, you know, she just had this very intelligent mind. She said, at some point I realized I could not change anything. But they couldn't take my mind from me. So she saw things differently. She interpreted things differently. So she became sane and even developed herself and became a happy human being and got out eventually. So see things differently. See it from another point of view. Simple but profound.